How are you doing? Thought I'd come on. I don't have a baby with me. I'm sorry. It's just me. And thought I'd come on and chat for a little bit on my way to work. I know, exciting, right? But wanted to share with you all that I have, we have a program today, so yay, that's exciting. We're going to the Department of Geography and talk to them about all the library services and resources they can take advantage of. So that's going to be exciting. We haven't done one in a while, so that's why I'm kind of hyped up about it. I'm not giving the presentation. I'm going to be like the wing person for a staff member of mine that's going to be giving the presentation. Everyone that's on the team is expected to give 2 to 3 presentations throughout the year as part of their, what do I want to say, as part of their conditions for being on the outreach team. And it's called What the Libraries Can Do For You. So, another thing, I have ants. Like, for real, I have ants. Those little reddish ants. They're real tiny. That one day it got warm. I don't know, they emerged, and now I have them in my house, and we're trying to get rid of them. Of course, I gave them a cruel death today and a couple days ago. They were latched onto a piece of food because my girls are more Goldie, I think, than Callie, but my girls are messy and they don't always clean up after themselves. So there was crumbs on the floor both times that I, did this. But I scooped them up in a small dustpan with the food and opened the door and kind of flung them into the cold snow. So yeah, they had a cruel, hard death, I believe. In fact, today when I threw them in there, because I didn't see this the first time, but when I threw them in there today, I think it's almost like an instant death because they were moving. They just laid there on top of the snow, all like curled up. So I'm not normally one to kill things. I'll even catch spiders and kindly throw them outside and anything, but which is what I did with the ants. I didn't kill them, but I kind of did. In the wintertime, you're kind of putting them to death. But don't come in my house. I don't want no critters in my house. So we're working on the ant situation. And my husband is gearing up to start his new job. He starts in like 3 weeks. He cannot wait to get out of his current position. I kind of gave you a small hint of things that go on there, but it's much deeper than that. But he's very excited to get out of his job. So yay! I'm excited for him. And let's see what else. Oh, on Thursday, Theme Thursday, I have an interview. So I will not be at work on Theme Thursday. I'm going to be interviewing it up. This is the first interview I've been on in a long time. So I'm getting more nervous, I think, the closer it gets. But I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to psych myself out on whether I get the job or not get the job. Because A, like I said, I haven't been on an interview for a long time, and B, it's a job that's it's not wildly different than what I do now, but it is different in a lot of ways. So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm qualified for it or not. It's an assistant director position for the donor and member services. It's part of like the alumni center. And the office is actually off campus. So that makes me sad a little bit too, because I love being submerged in the campus life. As much as the students drive me crazy, I also love them too. It's like a love-hate thing. Not hate, dislike. But they are a lot of fun. They do a lot of activities and stuff throughout the year, and they just randomly do silly things on campus. And I really love to be in that environment. So that'll be kind of sad, maybe, that I'm not on campus anymore. But I didn't get the job yet. I just got an interview. Want to hear something funny? Like, I got called for the interview, to set up the interview. And the lady calls me, and of course I am completely in shock that I'm getting this phone call about an interview. It was on Friday, and I was at work, and I don't know, I was just completely like dumbfounded that I was actually getting an interview call, because so far I've just been getting nothing but rejection letters, and you know, you become complacent with that after a while. It's like, I'm not ever going to get another job. And I'm not trying to like run away from the libraries. I told my bosses, I tell her this all the time, because I don't want her to feel like I'm abandoning them, because her and I have a really good relationship, so that's going to be hard to give up to. When you have a good relationship with your boss, and you don't know what you're getting into in another place. So that's anxiety right there. So anyway, this woman calls, and she's, you know, talking to me about the interview, and I, you know, am kind of like, you know, it's like every word in the English language went right out of my head. She was like, is this a bad time? And so I had to think of something. I had to think of something like quick. And I'm not quick on my feet normally. But I said, I'm sorry. I said, one of my employees looked like they needed my help, but they got someone else. So I said, I apologize for that. And it was like, I kind of saved myself with a little white lie. But I had to do something. I was completely, I didn't want to say, oh my gosh, you're like the first person that called me in so long, and I can't believe you're calling me. You know, that doesn't sound good either. So, so I'm going to be doing that on Thursday. It's not till the afternoon, so I have all day to sweat bullets about it. Yeah. I got my clothes ready over the weekend. They're hanging on a hanger, and all pressed and ready to go. Can't believe I still fit into all that stuff, to be honest, but I do. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. The job is mainly like I think I lead a team of people that basically take donor information. They put all the donor information into a database, and then that database is, of course, confidential. All employee students and donor records, any kind of records at the university is confidential. So the team does that, and then they also it sounds like we have to make sure we deposit funds in a timely manner, and just stuff like that. Like, it's customer servicey related, but in a different way. Kind of like my job is customer service related, but I don't sell anything. We give our stuff away. It's a library, you know. The only time you collect money is if they're late, or, you know, got fines for some reason. So it's this is the same thing, except the opposite. You're begging for money, and I'm not a beggar for money, but I'm not the department that does that. The department that does that is the, what do they call that? I gotta think. It's not marketing. It's another, I can't think of it. Maybe it'll come to me. But anyway, there's a department that actually calls people and asks for money, you know, kind of like solicitors and stuff. But I think they call people that have already given money to some degree. I don't think they cold contact. They might. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, we basically just handle the funds after they've already collected it. Like, we deal with that, which would be the job. And there's a lot more to it. I think I have to do a lot of statistics. Which, you know, no one likes every aspect of their job. Well, some people do, but there's parts of my job that I don't like too. But, you know, the parts that I do make up for that. So hopefully that's going to be the same situation. And all that. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be a busy week, I guess, again. I have other things going on too, but those were the highlights, you know, kind of the exciting things that are going on. Let's see, what's going on with my kids. Callie is working on trying to get more hours at her job because she's working on her driver's license, as I said before. She has a permit. She's not able to get her license until the end of April. So she's going to be working on driving, but she also needs to make some more cashola. So she's talking to her boss about getting more hours, and that's going slow, but hopefully she'll be able to get more hours and make some more cash for her expenditures. Like, you know, she has to pay for car insurance, and she has to buy gas, and my husband's going to help her and show her how to change oil in her car, and also I want him to show her how to change tires and stuff too. He probably should show me. I don't know how to do it. I mean, I could probably figure it out, but I don't know how to do it. It can't be that hard. I think my problem would be trying to get the nuts off. I'm sure they're on there pretty tight, and if you're not strong enough to torque it around, then I don't know. And then Goldie, she is still heavily involved with the dog. He's doing good. You know, he does have accidents still in the house and stuff like that. I don't know what the deal is with that. Like, he'll go for days and days and days, and he's really good. It doesn't do anything, and then all of a sudden he'll just like do it. It's mainly urine, like mainly pee, and he's not barking this time. He's actually like going. So I don't know, because she's doing really well with letting him out and all that. I just don't know what in the world. I don't know. So I told her, I said, you know, maybe like try and let him out longer, or go outside with him. We have a closed-in, like a fenced-in part of our yard, so we don't have to go outside. And believe me, it's hard to do that when it's cold or raining or anything like that. You don't want to go outside. The dog probably doesn't either. Maybe that's why. But anyway, he just still has some mistakes here and there. And, you know, I get it. Like, if he were a puppy, if puppies are a different kind of training altogether, I would rather not have the puppy training, because, oh my gosh, I mean, puppies are so cute, and they're just so lovable, and all that stuff, but man, going through all that is just, because not on top of everything, the potty training, you have to do all the other training too. And Kix is kind of already there with a lot of other things. We're just working on potty training mainly. And he is practically potty trained. I don't know. He just has times where he can't hold it, I guess. I don't know what his thing is. But anyway. So yeah, that's about it. My mother is discovered she has a torn rotator cuff. Is that how you say it? And she's probably going to be looking at some surgery, which means I may be involved with that, because when you have that surgery, you can't drive. So I'll probably be her chauffeur for a while. I don't know when she's going to do that. She goes back to the doctor, I think, this week or next. I get my dates confused, but she's going to be doing that, so good times. She's anxious to get it fixed, but is nervous about having surgery, which, you know, I don't blame her for that. But other than that, she's doing good. Everyone's doing good. We're all healthy right now, which is amazing because there's so many people getting sick, and the flu and all kinds. Strep throat is really bad right now too. Like, everyone's just getting sick. So the fact that we're not is kind of weird. Just, yeah, I mean, we had, Goldie had a little bit of a sniffle at one point, but that's all it was, and it didn't develop into anything further. And Callie had the same thing, and my husband and I have not had anything else. So it's been good winter so far. I know winter is not anywhere near over yet. Now it's only February. So anyway, yeah, congratulations to everyone that got some babies. It's always fun to see babies, new ones. I love seeing the ones that you already have too, by the way. I don't need to see new faces, but it is cool and exciting to see new faces, I'm not going to lie. We were talking on Facebook about something. It was regarding... Oh no, it was, I was watching a live stream that was already done. It was recorded. And we were talking about, you know, like, the pressure of always wanting to keep something coming into your nursery so that people keep watching you. And surprisingly, but not surprisingly, the majority of the comments were, you don't have to get new dolls to, you know, for us to keep watching, which is, you know, a good thing. You know, I just thought I'd share that with anybody that didn't see the live stream. It was Miss Serenity Smith. She had one, I don't know when she had it actually. It might have been over the weekend sometime. But yeah, it was cool that, you know, take some of the pressure off. You don't have to buy a doll for us to keep watching you, you know. I know sometimes we want a new doll anyway, right? I'm still waiting on 2 to come home. I don't know when that's going to be. No idea. It's not, one I have on layaway, and the other one I've paid off a while back, but it's just a long wait, so it's one of those things that you just have to deal with. So it's kind of a custom situation, but it's not. It's it's a partial silicone, I'll tell you that much. And I've been waiting on it for quite a while. And I was actually supposed to have that on layaway too. And I did have the doll on layaway for a little bit. Sorry, covering the camera. I did have the doll on layaway for a little bit, but I paid it off before the layaway was over. So now I'm just in waiting mode, and it stinks, but you know, it's an artist I trust and am friends with. Like, not close friends, but I'm friendly with her. So I don't, and she's not a scammer or anything like that. So it's just a lot of things that have happened weather-wise and just other things. So it's just taking a while. And she's a wildly sought-after silicone artist. She also pours babies for other people, other artists, sculptors. But so she's probably has her plate full, I'm sure. Last time I talked to her, she was telling me that she hasn't been able to enjoy her own dolls in a long time. And I said, oh, that's really sad. I said, you should try to make time, because, you know, you love the hobby too, just like we do, just like collectors do. But because she's an artist, she's always at the, you know, at the assembly line doing something. She's either pouring for other people or she's pouring for herself. She's painting, she's sculpting, she's doing, you know, it's like, it's a constant, never-ending rat race. So she doesn't get to enjoy her own dolls, which is kind of sad. And I told her, I said, you should. I said, you really should take some time for you. I said, maybe you take some time for you in other ways, which is great. You should always take time for you, regardless of what you do in life. And, because, you know, if you don't, you'll just go mad. And you don't want to do that, right? So, alright guys, I've gabbed on here long enough. You're probably sick of hearing me talk. So, I will come back with a baby at some point here soon. I'm hoping to get a Theme Thursday in this week and at least do that much. I don't know what else I'll be getting into. I have other things going on this week after work too, which I didn't tell you. I didn't share that. But, you know, it's just things that keep me from videoing, which is why I'm in the car. I can do this and drive. Not supposed to be doing this and driving, but, you know, which is why I don't look at the camera very often. I'm mainly looking at the road. So you get to see the side of me or whatever you're seeing right now. But so anyway, have a wonderful day, and yeah, come back and see me again or see the babies again. And I will talk to you all again real soon. Okay, have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.